Hey guys, and welcome back to the channel. I am the Pink Flamingo. If this is your first time tuning in, welcome. Here on this channel, we do celebrity readings, royal readings, and world events. So if that's your cup of tea, hit the subscribe button. So we're going to get right into it, guys. Robert Dixon. Now, I don't know much about Mr. Robert Dixon, haven't done much of a read on him like I normally would do when I get into readings. So I'm kind of going into this really blind. I do know that I believe he's like a lieutenant of some sort. Correct me if I'm wrong, but he works for William, from what I understand. And there is a rumor going around that Robert Dixon and William have somewhat of a romantic relationship. People are saying Mr. Robert Dixon somewhat bats for the other side of the team, or just bats on the other side in general. But what I was saying a little while back to you guys when I first got onto YouTube was that I was very much so aware of the fact that William somewhat bats to the right, but he also bats to the left. And one of the cards I got in one of the readings I did when I first got onto YouTube, which somewhat I think exposed my channel to many of my subscribers, was the one video I did, which was like the palace is in shambles, which was the first royal reading. I kind of went into that reading wanting to pick up the energy of Rose Hanbury, but I kept on getting Catherine's energy. It was very strange, and at the time it was a very different reading for me because I didn't expect so much sorrow to come out of Catherine's energy. So as an empath, I felt very bad doing her reading, and I kind of had to prepare myself going forward when doing other royal readings. But I picked up a bit of heartbreak in her energy when I first got onto YouTube, and I was saying to you guys that there was a particular card that I had received in my deck, and I'm going to see if it's here, guys, but here it is. The Nightlife. Now, what I would always say back then was what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. So I knew that William was having a fun time, even though he was married to Catherine. And I kept on receiving this particular card over and over when I would read her or attempt to read her relationship and what kind of surrounded her disappearance. And at the time, I was saying to you all that, William is not as straight as people would like to think he is. And some people didn't like it when I said it at that time. So am I surprised that this is all coming to the surface now and people are now pairing things together? No, not really. And I think more of it is really going to come out when it comes to William. But we will see if there's any truth to this because we don't know much about Mr. Robert Dixon. He simply could just be someone that is employed by William and he's kind of somewhat drawn into this mess because rumors do start. But we're going to see what Spirit will tell me about Mr. Robert Dixon's relationship with Prince William. Is this romantic? What's the vibe between these two men? And guys, if I get romantic cards, hey, you know what that is, okay? So we're going to get into it. All right, Spirit, give me the energy between Mr. Robert Dixon and Prince William. Friendship, business, what's going on here with these gentlemen? Card 1, mask. Hiding, concealing, deception. Thank you, Spirit. Anything else? What's this relationship like between these two men? Business, employment only, romantic. My deck did a little bit of a lot here, but I will ignore that and we will just pay attention to this card. Longing, missing, let's talk, and reunion. Interesting. Okay, let's see what else we can get out of that. So it is giving a bit of something going on. We'll see if I get any. All right. What's the energy here, Spirit, between these two gentlemen? Robert Dixon and Prince William. Anything we should know? Robert Dixon and Prince William. Wow. Okay. So I get an energy of let's talk, right? As you guys can see, it's giving more of a date night, right? Two glasses connecting. Let's talk. This could have been how it started. Just two men going out having a good time. I got the waves, which are emotions, worry, and fear, right? So there is fear in this union. There's something they're fearful about. I got the energy of running, escape, denial, and excuses. Someone could be in denial about what this union really is. Someone could be giving excuses along with it being masked as to what this union really is, right? So someone or the world, and when I say the world, I mean us, could be questioning what this is, and we are getting a bunch of denial and excuses, as well as even maybe his wife, Catherine. She may have been inquiring on this union because they could have been doing a lot of, hey, let's hang out, let's talk, right? Spending a lot of time together at the bar, having those drinks, one thing leading to another. I got the card of harmony, peace, and happiness. So in this union, someone has found some kind of peace, balance, and happiness. Now I'm going to see if there's anything else I can pull. Okay. All right, Spirit, give me any more cards for the union between or the friendship, whatever it is that's going on between these two gentlemen. Romantic, friendship, what is this? Business, what is this? Mr. Robert Dixon and Prince William. What should we know about these two gentlemen and their union? Mr. Robert Dixon, Prince William. Anything we should know? I'll see, guys. Something flipped in the deck. I got the card of Epiphany. So, we're going to pull again, see if anything else wants to come, and then I'll change to a different oracle deck, guys. This is different. What's coming up, but I'll share it with you guys in a second, what I'm picking up. Any more cards, Spirit, from this deck for this union? Something flipped. There it is. I'm going to pull two more cards, guys, and I'll tell you everything, and I'm going to go on another deck just to confirm everything. Oh, crap. Sorry, guys. You guys know cards fly off my table. Okay. Sorry, just a second. There we go. Consequences and thrills and addictions. Okay. So let me sell you guys exactly what's going on here. I have all the cards, but we're going to go on another deck and look at another oracle deck and see what wants to pop out. I got mask. So in this relationship, they are hiding something, right? This is not normal. You don't usually have to mask a normal friendship with your girlfriends or your guys, you know? If it's what it is and it is strictly platonic, there's never usually anything that's necessary to hide, right? We got the longing, so we know what Spirit is giving us. Hey, let's talk, let's hang out. This is how it started for them. When they started hanging out, you guys understand the emotions took place. But there was worry and fear, of course, because this is not something that William should be caught doing based on how the royal family uphold themselves. They don't believe in this type of situation, right? We know that there are people in this family that could swing that way, but they won't go on the record for saying they do so. Now, we have running, which is basically the same thing. I'm running away from who I am. I'm in, I want to escape. I really want to be myself. I'm in denial. There's excuses. Very similar to that of the mask energy, right? We're hiding. We're in denial. This is in denial. We're making excuses. I'm giving excuses to my wife about what this really is when we go out and we have those drinks. But for someone or for the both of them, there is balance, harmony, peace, and happiness. They find happiness in this union. Not only that, but based on the card I'm getting of epiphany, this somewhat has brought, and if Mr. Dixon is the one that is the gay gentleman, then what this has done is it's brought William into some kind of epiphany, which could be why him and Catherine were having problems. Maybe he's starting to feel a little bit more confident with dabbering on this side of himself. I'm sure he's been like this maybe for a while. I'm sure it's nothing new. But something about this connection with Mr. Robert Dixon makes him feel like, hey, I've come into myself. And the reason why I know this is I got the card of nurturing, right? Mentorship, giving back and wisdom. So what happens a lot in some of the communities when men actually are this way, people hate to say it like this, but there are sometimes men that turn out other men into being more of what it is. It's almost like they explore it, if for the people who can get what I'm saying, but it's like they explore it and they dabber in that type of world and the swinging of it. But sometimes there's a particular gentleman that kind of turns the man a little more than he normally would be. I don't know how to explain it. We're on YouTube, but I'm sure you guys get what I'm trying to say. If you get my drift, right? Just like there are women, the same thing happens. So I'm getting like that energy of he's exploring more with it than usual. Like the other situations that he may have had with men might have been more experimental. This might actually be, I'm trying to put down emotions and feelings with a man. And I got the card of paranoid. Of course, you would be paranoid if you are masking a situation with someone. And what they are paranoid about? Soulmates. And I don't believe it's twin flame, but the friendship and the romantic partner. This card usually doesn't really come out for two men per se, but it does give the element of the friendship and the romantic partnership. So this is definitely not business, right? Because I would have gotten the glow up card out of my deck for them. I also have consequences. So they know they're playing games and they know they probably get exposed, and this is what they're paranoid about. This friendship that's romantic, they know this can be really bad for them. There's consequences for this, especially for William, maybe hiding this part of himself, because I'm sure he does not feel like coming out and saying, hey, I'm going to be king, but I am an open man who likes both. And I got the card of thrills, continuous cycles, bad decisions, and addictions. This is what sits around William. These cycles, these bad decisions he continues to make. A bad decision of not being honest with the world. Because Spirit is saying this will have its consequences at some point. These addictions. And this also might even what's leading him to participate more on going on that side, right? People are already making the assumption based on how they see William that there is more than likely some drinking going on, right? So as you can see, the two wine glasses, right? We're at the bar here. Let's talk. Let's have a few drinks. A few drinks leads to a few conversations, and before we know it, we're exploring things. So that's what I'm picking up on this friendship here, right? Soulmate. I don't believe it's a soulmate or a twin flame, but I definitely believe romantic partner and friendship is what's applying here. So I'm going to go into another deck just to see if I can pull any romantic stuff. And I'll pull a couple tarot cards, guys. But based on the energy I'm picking up, I think this in itself was a dead giveaway. Okay. I don't think this should ever come up with between you and your friend unless you guys are up to some sneaky snuff, right? So if it's not criminal, then it might be romantic. And this is what we're asking Spirit. What's the relationship? I haven't got any cards that represent business. So we'll go into another deck and we'll see what I can find. All right, Spirit, give me a few cards here for Mr. Robert Dixon's relationship with William. Is this romantic, friendship? What is it here? What kind of energy is around these two men? All right, let's see. Secrets. What's here, Spirit? Anything? Robert Dixon, Prince William. Anything about these two gentlemen we should know? Robert Dixon and Prince William. Ooh. Wow. There we go. Tea's being spilled. Okay. What's around these two men, Spirit? I already knew that that was a thing. Okay. That is definitely Catherine's energy bleeding right through this situation. Okay, Robert Dixon and Prince William, Spirit. Any cards for these? All right. Prince William and Robert Dixon, Spirit. These two gentlemen. Romantic. Okay. Wow. Okay, any more cards, Spirit? Robert Dixon and Prince William. And we'll see what else we can get out of the other deck. Eeks. Any more cards here, Spirit? Sorry, guys, but that one underneath my candle, I don't even know if I can get it. Okay, hold on, guys. Hold on. Okay. All right, I'm going to tell you what's coming out, guys. And this is crazy, but you guys are going to see exactly what I'm talking about. So here it is. This is Catherine's energy. I should have saw the red flags. I should have saw them red flags is what Catherine's energy is giving off, right? Or that Catherine's energy around the time that was sitting with these two men. It's like, now I have clarity. I know what I thought. I understand it. This is the time card. The time is clicking. So it's either she was going to expose this somehow, or she was taking the time out to think about what she wanted to do when she found out these two were up to no good. How I know this? I got the breaking point. The breaking point. I've had enough. This is my last straw, William. You have done everything to insult me. But this man under our nose, you told me you're just out and about with this man. Girl, let me tell you. You were out and about with this man, just having fun, just going to the bar, having a few drinks. That's all you told me was going on. My breaking point, William. And for that, I want a divorce. Now, for the men, for the gentlemen, the temptation, honey, the passion. The passion definitely ain't between Catherine and William. You know why we know this? Because we got divorce and breaking point. So we know the passion ain't between them two. That's for certain. Right? And you can't be tempted by Catherine, Mr. William, Prince William, because you already got her. What would make you tempted? Can't be tempted by your wife. You already kind of have her, right? Avoiding the conversation. You are in denial, making excuses. I want to talk about this. Something is going on. It's been going on, William. Girl. This is getting from bad to worse. I don't know why I read this. And to be honest with you guys, there's someone else that I've been picking up that I actually think he's been romantically linked to as well. I'm not going to say who, because I want to do the reading and I want to make sure that my energy is correct. But there is someone around William, someone that's somewhat of like, I'm not going to say too much. But for the people who do want to know or want me to do the reading, there is another gentleman. If you want me to do the reading and tell you guys who I think it is, let me know in the comment section. But there it is, guys. And a loss. Not a loss for them, but a loss for Catherine, right? Finding out your husband is probably messing with this man. And then this elusive energy, which is, you guys know, continuous cycles, this difficulty, all this. This is William, the addictions, bad cycles, the games, the bad choices and the consequences that will come from something like this. Almost like as if this is too close to home kind of energy. So cards like this are popping up between William and Robert Dixon. So this is what's coming up, divorce. He's a married man. There's no way that two friends, regular friends, with nothing going on, should cause one of their friends to have a divorce. What are you two doing? Temptation and passion between two friends? Clarity, that's Catherine. Red flags, I should have known. I should have known you were not going to the bar with this man and having just drinks. And the dreaming card, this is Catherine. My marriage. I was dreaming. I knew you were disrespectful, William, but I didn't know this much. So this is what I'm getting, guys. They probably more than likely, from what I'm picking up, this might have been a breakdown to Catherine's marriage. There might be truth to this because I'm getting breaking point and divorce. This might have been one of the things she found out. Like I said to you guys, there was someone that she found out about. I think she understood when she got with William, because a lot of women in this lifestyle, when they marry these men, I don't think they expect these men to be faithful. But I think they do expect these men to be forthcoming with what it is that they're somewhat doing. And I think that if you're married and you have the understanding that your man is going to step out because you have an open marriage, but he's stepping out with women, is a little bit different than you finding out that your husband is stepping out with men, especially if you did not know he swung that way. And like I said to you guys, my very first reading, when I was telling you what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. And that's what I was saying, that William is the type that, you know, will swing that way at these, I don't know what you call these, the royal freak offs. P. Diddy calls it a freak off, so I guess it's royal freak off. He, in that heat, honey, anything goes, is how I kind of picked up the energy. But at the same time, I don't think Catherine was aware that William batted towards the left. I think she thought it was only to the right. And I think she was okay with him batting to the right with other women, as long as some of these women agree, like, as long as you don't treat her like a wife. And I kind of feel like this is why she's also upset with Rose Hanbury. Rose Hanbury is kind of like the beard for her husband, in my opinion. So I think William thought it was okay to be around a woman like Rose, because if she can keep her husband's secret, she can keep his. And I think Catherine feels a little threatened by Rose because William has feelings for her, right? It's very different when the men are cheating with women and there's no feelings, right? Where it's almost like, hey, I sleep with you, I'm not going to call you back, bye. But I think because Rose kept coming around, and then you guys know about the love child, and this is what drove her nuts when it came to Rose Hanbury. Because Rose Hanbury wasn't just a girl that came around and then she disappeared. She somewhat was competition. So when women in that world have another woman that's a competition, that causes problems. But in general, I feel these women are very open to the idea that their husbands cheat on them. As long as it's not serious, that's where they draw the line. Because I don't believe that she got with William knowing that he would be king of England one day and that he would not bed women. I don't think that she could be that silly, right? But I don't think she signed up for, oh, you bat on the right and you bat on the left. And I'm wondering, based on what I'm seeing in these cards, if he was the breaking point, because it's coming up that he is the breaking point to the divorce. Was this the final straw that broke the camel's back? Did she say, breaking point, William, you've gone too far this time. I've put up with everything. But this I will not do. Y'all. Now, I'm going to see what else sits around this energy. We'll drop a couple last cards. See how it started off. See if Spirit wants to give me any clues. But it's basically letting me know that this was a part of the breakdown to that marriage being the way it is. And what maybe some of those problems were going right up into that vacation at Christmas at the Sandringham estate, right? That was some of the stuff, the baggage that might have been needed to been unpacked, right? Where they get into a fight, they get into arguments, whatever that is, about several things. I think there was a lot of things in their marriage that was horrible. And this could have been her breaking point. But I told you guys in my very first reading when I caught on YouTube, I said, listen, this man is not as straight as an arrow. But it seems to me that Robert Dixon and William here, there's a bit of feelings. Now that I didn't pick up. So, but we will pull a couple more cards, guys. I'll see what overall their energy's like. Business partners, but it seems like they went out for a few drinks and one thing led to another, and they've been at it ever since, is how Spirit is giving it to me. All right, Spirit. All right. Sometimes that happens. Oh, wow. Okay. Any more cards for this energy, Spirit? Robert Dixon and Prince William. I already see where these cards are applying. Any more cards for their energy, Spirit? Robert Dixon and Prince William. Their friendship. What is this, Spirit? Any clues on this again? Robert Dixon and Prince William. There we go. Robert Dixon and Prince William. Robert Dixon and Prince William. Robert Dixon and Prince William. What is their relationship like? Get more cards for that energy. Robert, Dixon, and Prince William. Anything else you'd like to say, Spirit? Wow. What's the energy here between these two gentlemen? Robert, Dixon, and Prince William. Many more cards. Oh! Guys, it's happening today. My hands just keep doing this stuff. All right. And you guys are going to get upset with me, but I actually dropped a card that came out of my deck and I didn't see it, but I'm going to share it with you guys anyways. And it's on the floor here. I guess it slipped out and flew, and I didn't see it when it flew. But there's Rose from the other deck. There's Rose. So she came out somehow, which makes me think that she knows about what happened. Okay, let me double check, make sure that there's no more cards on my floor. Okay, no cards. I promise, guys, I usually do look, but I want to be honest with you guys on what I get. So that was on the floor. I had shuffled and it fell out. Didn't see it. All right, guys. So there's a few cards. We got YOLO. You only live once. Go after your dreams. This is the energy that I picked up the very first time when I read William in the past, which is he's been kind of suppressing who he is. So the YOLO, live once. You only live once. I got entanglements between these energies. Third party, outsiders, messy, busybody, and web of lies. So this is what's going on between these two men. Entanglements. Third parties. Now, what I did get is a bit of third eye energy, alignment, awakening, aware revelations, and going through portals. Now, what I will say to you guys, and this is going to be a little off topic, but some of these men, when they participate in these type of swinging activities, gotta keep it clean for the tube, they do this as ritual stuff as well, right? It could be ritualistic practice. Some of these sexual practices could be ritualistic. Sometimes these men do shaming rituals and all kinds of different things to be exposed to money and power. And I'm kind of picking up this energy off of William. I got the unresponsive energy, which makes me feel that this is Catherine's energy. And this is why I know this is the starter wife coming out for her energy. Spirit is letting me know, supportive through thick and thin. This was Catherine. But easily discarded after spouse has achieved goals. Let me read that again for you guys. The starter wife. Supportive through thick and thin. But easily discarded after spouse has achieved goals. So basically what Spirit is letting me know, Catherine has served her purpose. She has given him the children he's wanted. She is the starter wife, right? So this divorce, guys, might actually take place at some point because Spirit is coming out in his energy that between these men that she's a starter wife. She's the woman that no longer he cares to respond to. So when they're together and she's calling, they don't answer. He's unresponsive. And he's treated her this way. This is how Mr. Dixon understands her position. He understands her to be the starter wife. She's held her purpose. She is the mother. She's had the children. She's nurtured the children. There's no need for her. Spirit is also saying destructive forces, tower moments, external conflicts, and internal struggles. Internal struggles within William. Battling and fighting with himself as to who he is. And Spirit is saying, like I saw in the other deck, guys, in the vibe deck, we saw consequences. So if he does not find a way to balance himself, or maybe just tell the truth, at some point it will all come crashing down. It will burn to the ground. And his behavior of hiding this might just burn the monarchy to the ground. Because when people do find out what he really is about, they might be just done. Not because of necessarily his who he is, but the fact that he was so dishonest, and possibly how he treated his wife through it all. Now I got the walk away partner syndrome, someone who feels neglected, someone who is resentful, someone left with responsibilities, feeling alone in a relationship. Who knows how long Catherine was feeling that way when she found out that these men were busy hanging out at the bar and William was having epiphanies about who he really was, right? You're calling your partner, he's not answering, he's at the bar with, Mr. Robert there. You're feeling alone. You don't scratch that itch, Catherine. I understand. It's hard to do it if the man is not really into you. Wish fulfillment, dreams coming true. This is like that energy of William just stepping out and feeling like I can be myself now. And we know something has happened to Catherine, right? We know something ain't right. So has he finally been able to find a way to live his life and conceal his secrets, right? Now, if my cards that I've been pulling of MK Ultra is something he succeeded at, well, she might just be that Stepford wife. But the woman we know, the starter wife, she's no more. He has no value for her anymore. So we'll see how long they keep up this charade for, to be quite honest. And I got bitter energy around these two men and this whole situation. Bitter. Hard pill to swallow and painful to accept. This is going to make a woman bitter when she finds out. And it is a hard pill to swallow. It's going to be a hard pill for the masses to swallow if they find all this out. A lot of the royal supporters, I know for certain they're not ready for it. They've never been ready for it. And I have said that when I got onto YouTube, that they're not ready. They're not ready for the king that bats on the right and the left publicly. They just want it to look like, oh, this is how it's always been. We're traditional. But come on, we're in 2024. People in this world are like this. And they have their preferences. Now, what I do feel bad with the third party entanglement is that Catherine was deceived from the very beginning. I don't think she knew her husband was like this. And he might have not even known he was really all the way like this. He probably thought, I just like it for fun here and there. I like to experiment. If I get a little bit that way, I don't mind that way. But based on what Spirit is letting me know, and guys, Smell the Roses came out, I told you guys, but Mr. Robert is somewhat helping him to put himself into perspective. It's almost like there's romantic emotions around this now. It's not just, oh, we're in bed, right? And this is why I feel like I'm getting that soulmate energy. The friendship and the romance. Crazy stuff, guys. And don't forget, out of this deck, we got the breaking point and the divorce. This was her breaking point. Mr. Dixon, whatever he's been doing with William's been causing Catherine her breaking point. So I'm going to see what's the overall emotions of these men in this relationship. Because, for me, I always thought William, it was more of a swinging from the chandelier, let's get in bed kind of thing. But it's almost coming off, guys, that he might have romantic feelings for Mr. Dixon. Which I have never foreseen that, even from way back then, that he felt romantic about these connections. I picked it up as more of let's get in bed. But Spirit is saying that Mr. Dixon kind of pulled on some heartstrings. Mr. William might be turning a little more to the left, ladies. You know, he might have sat in the middle before, but he might be. Anyways, let me go ahead and shuffle these cards because I'm over here pointing in directions and all these. All right, Spirit, give me a few cards for Robert Dixon and William's emotions together. What are they like as friends or more? Curious to know, guys, what kind of emotions fall out. What's the energy between these two men? I'm just going to pull up the top because there it goes. Mr. Wow, this card, these things want to talk. There we go. Eek. Okay. Heart fog. Mixed signals, blocked emotions, and messed up. So, like I was saying to you guys, William, guys, there was stuff going on with William when he got with him. It was almost like he connected with this man in an emotional way. And here it is, the emotions from the other deck. It's not just simply, I'm sleeping with, I'm with this man like that. There's emotions now, which is a little creepy. But anyway, for at least Catherine, because I'm sure she didn't see that. Anyways, I think I put that card back, but sorry, guys, I'm having a day over here. Heart fog. Okay, so, and we got the try again, the beginnings, the new directions, and the start over. So this connection for him was a start over of some sort. It was a new direction for him of some sort. So he was confused about what this was at first, and then he started looking at this like, hey, new directions. I can start over. I can live my life that way. And I might have a woman, Rose, who I can marry, who can be my beard, who might allow me to live this way with no stress and no complaints. She could be queen while I run these streets with whoever. Now, there's peace, balance, harmony, and friendship. This is what is coming out of these men's energy, but we had already seen that with the soulmate card, right? So they're deceptive. We know the whole thing is deceptive and they're giving us lies, but he's found this balance with this man, Mr. Robert Dixon. There's something about Mr. Robert Dixon, and we got this card already before you all in the other deck. There it is. Harmony and peace. There's something that Mr. Robert Dixon gives William that is looking like Catherine can't do. And I'm blaming Catherine, If you just don't got the equipment, honey, you just don't got that kind of equipment. Right there, Prince William. And the loyalty, the trusting, the believing. This is how he feels about Robert Dixon. This is the emotions. Like, what I'm saying to you guys, like, it's almost coming off like this William has more feelings for Robert Dixon than he has for his wife. He has loyalty to this man. And there's the energy of conflicted decisions. I'm hot and cold, all these choices. Yeah, you got a wife. Of course you're conflicted. And then lusting, the forbidden, non-committal, and sexual energy. We're not together. This is not commitment, but we enjoy what we do. Now, You guys got my read on it. I'll even pull a couple tarot cards to see what I can pick up on this energy. But guys, it's looking like they're romantic. And like Spirit said, the breaking point was this for Catherine. I said this a while back that she found out something and she was disgusted. Whatever it was, she was disgusted by it. Now, I don't necessarily think in general, when we're talking about these types of relationships, anything is wrong with someone choosing their preference. But I feel like a wife, of course, has the right to be disgusted by something if she was not aware of it. Just like I'm sure any woman who is married to a heterosexual man and he goes out and cheats on his wife with a bunch of women, or, you know, he's making phone calls, honey, and calling the girls over, she would be disgusted too. So I think Catherine felt fooled, right? So I'm going to shuffle up and we'll see what we can find. All right, Spirit, give me a few cards for Robert Dixon's energy and Prince William. What about these men? What's their relationship like? What will it be like? What has it been like? Just give me the entire energy of this. Robert Dixon, what's this relationship like? Business, romantic. Robert Dixon, Prince William. Robert Dixon and Prince William. What's the energy, Spirit? Make sure I didn't flip any cards, okay? I got the 5 of Coins energy, which is giving, I feel like I'm finally free. I've done my soul searching, coming in with the Hermit. Page of Wands energy. I'm taking this new direction. Y'all, this is crazy. And there you guys go. I wanted to see if it would come up. Spirit is so direct. I got the 5 of Coins energy. I'm out of here. I can finally shell off the skin. I don't have to hide who I am. I've done the soul searching. This is the man I am. This is how I want to live my life. I'm going to swim from chandeliers until the day I die type energy. I got, and sorry guys, the Hermit in the upright. I got the Page of Wands. New path. New journey. New stuff for me. I got the 3 of Cups. We're celebrating, okay? This is a union. We're happy over here. We're having our glasses of wine, like you guys seen. In the deck, in the vibe deck, guys. We're having our glasses of wine. This is exactly how it started. This drinking, them at the bar, having a good time. One thing led to another is what Spirit is letting me know. And the card that usually represents when someone is of the LGBT community, in the reverse, we have the card of the Hierophant. In the reverse, I'm not traditional. I'm unconventional. My life is unconventional, as you guys can see up top. Right? Like this, I'm a very traditional man. I follow the Bible and all its rules. When it's like this, there's nothing biblical about me. I don't follow Bible rules. I'm unconventional. I do what I want to do. I don't allow anything to put me in a box, which is perfectly fine there, William. But you will have to tell the world or show the world who you are if you are going to be king one day. Because Spirit is saying, if you do not, this could burn everything to the ground if you keep living this way and creeping with men. It's the breaking point for your wife and she wants a divorce. But if you don't do anything else, it might be the breaking point for the entire UK. If you don't come out and own who you are. So that's what I got, guys. I've always said it on my channel. It's not really new news to me, and I think it's not really new news to a lot of us, right? Some of us had already suspected it. So the fact that they're coming out with a rumor about Robert Dixon being this way, am I shocked? No, not at all. So what I will say, guys, is I'm getting cards like unconventional coming out of my tarot. And you guys can actually Google and look up this. This is usually a card that does represent, when it comes up this way, the LGBT community, right? And the people who represent it. That's usually a sign that, you know, their preference is a little untraditional of what people would think. So, guys, nothing is wrong with William and how he wants to live his lifestyle, but of course, he does owe it to his wife. Clearly, he's avoiding who he is. Clearly, there's passion between him and Mr. Dixon. She's taken the time out to realize, you know, he doesn't want me. I should have saw the red flags. I have my clarity. This is a loss that I'm going to have to take. This union between these two men ruined my dreams of being a family with my husband. See if there's any cards coming up. Temptation. He fell for the temptation. He bit the forbidden fruit. He brought this man close to us and he kept up this situation. I got the card of elusive, difficulties, everything. It's just not right. And there you guys have it. The breaking point of her marriage. Can't do this with you, William. Can't do it. I knew you were going to creep with the women, but you didn't tell me you were going to creep with the men's. Is what I'm picking up. I knew you were going to be at brothels, but I didn't know. I didn't know you were going to swing from the chandelier with Robert, is what it's giving. So I don't know if this is the only one. I do feel there's another person as well. I don't know if Catherine even knows about the person that I'm suspecting, but I think she knows. But I'm going to do the reading. So if you guys want to know who I think the other person is other than Mr. Robert Dixon, put in the comment section below, guys, and I'll do the reading. But yeah, there is some truth to Mr. Robert Dixon and them being like that. And for the people who wanted me to do the Olympics, I will try to do it, see what I can pull around those AI images and why they were even doing it, or even to see if they even are AI images. Let's start there, right? So I'll do a separate video on that, guys. I know someone had asked me to do that. So this is my Robert Dixon take. There was something that went on between these men. It looks like it was a breaking point for Catherine. She wanted a divorce. It's all coming up in the oracles. I got Rose. She had fell on the floor and I didn't see her. But Rose's card was on the floor, I guess, when I had that moment. But I didn't see it. But Rose knows about this union, and it's looking like there's a possibility that William has a plan in his head as, if worst case scenario, I'll marry Rose. Rose will keep my secret and I can be with men this way. I know she'll keep my secret because she keeps Mr. Oliver Chumley's secrets, allegedly. So that's what I got, guys. So let me know what you guys think. Do you believe Mr. Robert Dixon and William are a little bit too close? I'll tell you this, guys. Based on who I think William has a little bit of with, he definitely has a type. Because the next person that I tell you guys who I think he's been with, you guys are going to be like, oh, girl, he has a type. He has a type. Yes. But anyways, let me know if you guys want that reading, because these readings are really messy, honey. But I will do these readings for you guys. But anyways, guys, until next time, please like, share, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you guys think. And we will be back for more royal readings. So please hit the notification bell, guys, so you have an opportunity to see when I upload. I definitely appreciate that. And thank you guys for stopping by and watching with me, okay? Or watching me. Duh. All right, guys. Until next time, bye bye.